Hello YouTube, welcome back to our channel. In this tutorial I'm going to take you through requirements that you need for passport application. This is the application for adults only, the persons over 18 years of age. The passport application is usually done through the eCitizen platform. How long does it take to get a passport? After you have physically submitted your form into the migration offices, it can take at least 10 working days to get your first passport. For all other types, it should take at least 5 working days. It may take longer period if more information is required or your application hasn't been filled correctly. So the process of applying, you need to read the instructions and fill the form. After you fill the form, you will proceed to the process of payment. After you do your payment, you need to print both the application form and have 4 copies of the application invoice. That's the receipt that you get after you pay. Then after you finish that, so you proceed to submitting your application form into the migration offices. You can submit them to Nyayo in Nairobi. You can also submit them to Mombasa, the regional coordinator's office, or Kisumu. You also need to declare all your children during the application process. The requirements that you are needed during the application or the filling in of the form. You must appear in person for biometric enrollment. You also need, after you do the filling of the application form, to download and print the passport application form. You also need to have a copy, the government copy receipt and the customer copy receipt of the payment. You need to also have your original birth certificate and a copy of it. You are needed also to have the original national ID and a copy of it. You also need to submit 3 current passport size photos. You also need to have the recommender's ID photocopy. In case you are replacing an old passport, you need to have copies of its last 3 pages. You also needed to have your guardians or your parents' national IDs photocopies in case they are alive, or in the case that they are not there, you need to present the death certificates, have the copies of them. In case you have lost a passport, you need to have a sworn affidavit or a police abstract or an explanation letter. For the case of mutilated passport, you need to have an explanation letter that is explaining the circumstance of the mutilation. So those are the requirements that you are needed during the application of the passport. Make sure you adhere to all the requirements so that the filling in, when you submit your copies, the process will be easier. For the application to go through, there are fees that apply. The fees keep on changing depending on how the government is operating. Like currently, the charges have been increased. During this time that I'm recording this video, currently the 34 pages passport A series is being applied at 7,500. The 50 pages ordinary B series, 9,500. 66 pages ordinary C series, 12,500. And the diplomatic passport 50 page, 15,000. The mutilated passport 20,000. If you lose your passport, the application fee is 20,000. And that's how, guys, you are able to apply your passport. So after you get the know-how of what you needed, so the next step is to proceed to this portal of eCitizen and you apply your passport, then present your documents to the office that you are needed to. Thank you for watching. Give us a thumbs up in our video. You can also share it with your friends. I'll see you in our next video.